Hello and welcome to Ben's Worx. On this week's episode, I'm going to show you how to flock. So flocking is an alternative to using felt. The advantage with flocking is if you've got a drawer or something with tight spaces, this gets right into all the corners and is much easier than trying to put felt in. I'm going to be using black flock today, but it does come in a full range of colours. Now it's best that when you pick the colour of your flock, you match the colour of your undercoat adhesive. So I've gone with black here, that way we'll get a nice look. Now the place where I bought my flocking kit from didn't sell any of the actual flockers themselves, so I've had to kind of improvise and make my own. So what I've done is I've got two plastic cups and I've just drilled 3 holes at the bottom of this one, and then what we'll do is we'll put the flock inside of here and then we'll put the cup over the top, and what we do is we just move it up and down and it forces the air out of the holes down the bottom, and that should give us a nice even coat. Now the other thing I use on these cups is a plastic glove. Now the reason I do this is sometimes when you push the air, it does force some air back out the top, so the glove will keep all the air inside. I'm just going to tape off a square so we have nice clean edges. Now when flocking, it's best to do it in a container. That way all the excess fibres won't get lost and you'll be able to tip them back into your packet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the flocker ready. Now I'm just going to pour some in the bottom here. So you put it in the one with the holes in it. Now you'll also notice that when I drilled my 3 holes, I actually did them around one edge. That way you can hold the flocker on an angle and all the flock will actually go down towards the holes. Now I'll just get my rubber glove. And all I do is I just pull this up a little bit. That way you can see it evenly spreads the flock out. Now that we've got that ready, we'll go ahead and paint some adhesive on the block. Now it's much like contact adhesive, so you'd have a bit of time to work with it and it is quite sticky. So the best way to put it on is just with a paintbrush. Now it is best to get a nice thick coat, but if you do get any lumps, just try and scrape them out and get it as flat as possible. So now we've got an even coat, we'll just put it inside our container. And like I say, I've got the 3 holes down here. Now I'm just going to hold that so the holes are to the bottom. And we're just going to pull the second cup up and we'll just put this flock over the top. So you want to make sure you get a nice even coat there. Now don't worry if you've got too much on there, because once it dries, we'll come back through with another brush, just like this one, and we'll just brush off all the excess, so we'll just be left with a nice layer of flock. Now they recommend to let this sit for about 12 to 15 hours, so we'll let it dry and then we'll come back to it. So now we've waited the allotted time, I'm just going to take this soft brush here and just brush off all the excess. Now that all the excess has been taken off, we're going to take this tape off and see how it looks. And there you have it. That's how you flock a piece of wood. This thing turned out really great. I'm really happy with it. This is actually a test piece for one of my upcoming projects, so keep an eye out for that one and you'll see me use it there. But this thing turned out really nice. It feels like a piece of felt. This is the first time I've ever used flocking and I'm really impressed with it. So hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I put new how-to and build videos out every couple of weeks. You can also check out my Instagram page, Ben's_Worx. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below and I'll answer every single one of you guys. It's a bit hard to see on camera, but it turned out really nice. It just looks like a piece of felt.